Hi, and welcome to Positive Relationships. My name is Irene Attia, and I'm a Christian counsellor. Today, we're going to talk about the stages of relationships. We're actually going to discuss them over 2 episodes. All relationships actually go through a number of stages. They are the romance stage, the power struggle stage, the stability stage, the commitment stage, and the co-creation stage. Not every person in the relationship will enter into those stages at the same time. And they're not necessarily linear stages where a couple goes through each stage, then enters into another. A couple will often move between the stages, going back and forth between the various stages, depending on what's happening in their life and depending on their emotional state at the time. But let's get into them. The first of these stages is the romance stage, and this is the beginning of all relationships. The need at this stage is love and belonging. When a couple enter this stage, they are excited about their future together. They look at things like their dreams, their hopes, their aspirations as a couple. Everything is wonderful, fun, and exciting for them as a couple. And at times, their reality is seen through some rosy-coloured glasses, where everything seems perfect. Differences are sometimes overlooked, and the similarities are the things that the couple usually focus on. They're always talking about how well they complement each other and what a wonderful team that they are. And often a couple will focus on the things that make them fit together and work together better, and slightly overlook the differences or the issues that they may recognise in the relationship. A couple also at this stage sometimes is a little bit resistant to receive advice from others or to receive constructive criticism about the relationship or the other part of the relationship, the person that they're in a relationship with. This stage is often short-lived. It can be anything from 2 months to 2 years, where a couple have spent that time looking through this tunnel vision and all these wonderful qualities in the other person. It's a stage where they communicate frequently, they talk often, they spend time together, and they just don't want to leave each other's side. It's a stage where a couple is happy and bubbly and excited about their future. And oftentimes, if we think about it from a mathematical point of view, an equation for this stage would be half and half make one, where each person in the relationship believe that they make half of this one entity that is the relationship. And you and me is us. This feeling of belonging and this sense of being part of something that they see as wonderful and fun and exciting. But sometimes, as a couple moves through this relationship stage, and as the relationship stage becomes longer, they get a little bit uncomfortable about being joined at the hip. They start to want to differentiate, and they start to want to enter into another stage, which is called a power struggle stage. The need that's satisfied in the power struggle stage is power and some freedom, where in the romance stage a couple is comfortable being together all the time, speaking to one another frequently, and agreeing on almost everything. After a period of time, usually one of the individuals in the relationship starts to feel a little uneasy and starts to have a little bit of separateness in the relationships, wants to have their own time. And suddenly, the awareness shifts from the things that we have in common to the things that we are polar opposite about. Suddenly, the things that we differ about are the things that we focus on more, and they're the things we discuss more, and that's when a couple sometimes enters into a power struggle. Arguments, discussions, heated points of view are discussed, and it's at those times where a couple, if they can learn to negotiate through their power struggles and learn effective communication skills, they're then able to enter into the next stage of the relationship. This is the make or break stage of a relationship. Most couples actually end up getting married in the initial romance stage and go through this power struggle stage after they enter into a marriage. And that's unfortunate, because this is a stage that requires work and commitment and understanding from both people. If they're able to navigate through this stage effectively, then they can come out on the other side with a greater understanding and with a choice about being in the relationship. They are the romance and the power struggle stages. In the next episode, we'll talk about the next 3 stages of relationships.